Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now y'all, Boxing Hall of Famer Devin the Dream Haney. Now I call him the legend. I'm calling him Hall of Famer. Basically, to be honest, to get under some people's skin. But I think Devin Haney's probably a Hall of Famer already. He's the lightweight champion, undisputed lightweight champion. Had one of the belts at the 140-pound division going up there. Now he's going up to 147 to fight Brian Norman. Now Brian Norman's coming off that fight, beating up the Japanese guy, Sasaki, I think his name was, and per knockout. You know, the guy, unfortunately lost his memory, got knocked out real bad by a vicious left hook. And Brian Norman, is the man at 147 pounds now because Jerron Boots Ennis has gone up to 154. So Devin Haney is looking to fight Brian Norman. Now, why is Devin Haney a Hall of Famer? And why I say he ain't got to beat Brian Norman? For me, as a grown-ass man watching boxing landscape, watching how the fighters maneuver and navigate through their careers, which I'm not going to hate on nobody in terms of, listen, at every job, if you can maximize, your financial gain with at least amount of effort, right? That's what you're actually supposed to do. Now, in boxing, it's a sport where it's got so many outside things popping off, external problems or just things that exist where it enables certain boxers to act a certain way and others not. It's not really fair like other sports where, hey, here we got the best are fighting all year so they can get to the playoffs, and in the playoffs they got to face each other and go up to win the Super Bowl or the World Series or the NBA Finals or the NHL Finals, or in tennis tournaments, the semifinals and the finals and whatever. In boxing, it's not really like that. And boxing is notorious for not liking things like that, like the WBSS tournament, when you got the best in the tournaments and then the best win. We don't like that because boxing is into, let's designate these people or this guy and just have them avoid these guys. And then, hey, we can, we control the narrative. We can say that the guy that he should be fighting isn't that good, or he doesn't deserve it. Or we can just say he's boring, or, just come up with stuff, right? And just say this guy's better. And we do it all the time. We'll try to leave names out of it right now, but we do it all the time, and it just destroys boxing, and it it patronizes the fan. It's like, oh, so you trying to tell me who good when I'm looking right damn at it? So grown ass men like myself and most of you know damn well Devin Haney is handling his business. Don't matter how he's fighting. He's winning. He's still undefeated. All this Devin Haney bashing that's going on, this dude's still undefeated. Can you believe that? So we're talking about an undisputed middleweight, lightweight champion, undisputed. One title, beating Regis Prograis and then going at 140, and then trying to go up here fighting the hardest guy. Hall of Fame. Now, let me just go on and pile a little something on Hall of Fame. I love the way that Devin Haney's moving. He's like a Terrence Crawford type, right? Trying to get the hardest fights. Even Shakur Stevenson, trying to get the hardest fights, right? These are not one-punch knockout artists, but they're trying always to get the hardest fights in or around their division. It's not just in their division, in or around the division. And they're surrounded by people who won't even take care of their own division, right? Won't take care of their own division. Now, Devin Haney. Let's try to do a fasting. And the stuff that I forget, y'all guys tell me in the comments section. Lightweight, 20 years old, wants to fight the best guy that some people saw in Lomachenko. I said Lomachenko because that's what Devin Haney called him, Lomachenko. He's 20 years old. Lomachenko's mandatory. Lomachenko doesn't want to fight him. Okay. Lomachenko goes and takes a franchise title, by the way. Instead of fighting Devin Haney, takes a franchise title, fights Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez has the title. Devin Haney has the real WBC title. Teofimo Lopez doesn't want to fight Devin Haney to become real undisputed. Teofimo Lopez would rather, think about this, instead of just fighting little Devin Haney, would rather say I'm undisputed with a franchise title that we all know is egregious. Just came up with a belt franchise title. Nothing. It was totally egregious, totally just a dumb thing to come up with. But to get actually it was actually the Charlo belt because it was to save Canelo Alvarez from Jamal Charlo. But that's a whole different story. But anyway, so Teofimo Lopez didn't want to fight Devin Haney either, which you could have become the real undisputed lightweight champion. You would rather not do that. Why? And before you guys be talking, well, Devin Haney's not this, is not that. Whatever he ain't, if he's not that good, you would want to get him quicker because it would have been for your biggest payday. You'd want to do that quicker. If he's your mandatory Lomachenko, I got a good mandatory in a high-profile fight. I could beat this guy. Ain't they saying he's like Floyd Mayweather? Well, let me beat him while he's young. He didn't want to do it. I think he got even more money than he would have got for Teofimo Lopez for fighting Devin Haney. Didn't do it. Teofimo Lopez didn't do it. So, Teofimo Lopez gets beat by Kambosos. Kambosos doesn't want to fight Devin Haney. So he asked for an astronomical amount of money, and Devin Haney has to come for 2 fights to Australia for a 10th of what he's getting. I'm just putting it out there, 10th. Let's say a 5th of what he was getting. What did he do? He goes there, beats Kambosos twice. Now, this is the Kambosos with a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence after beating Teofimo Lopez, who was undefeated and being heralded as all of this. So, does that, beats the hell out of him. Kambosos twice, right? So he's the man. Let's just fast forward. There's some other people. Now, all this time, when he's got the title, Ryan Garcia is the mandatory for Devin Haney. And he wants to fight everybody else except Devin Haney. Okay? Everybody else except Devin Haney. He's like, I ain't fighting him. He said, Devin Haney, from all 4 of these guys, it was Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis, and Ryan Garcia himself, and Devin Haney, for Ryan Garcia's perspective. 4 people. He said Devin Haney is the hardest one. He would like to fight him last. Now, I just said Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and Gervonta Davis. This is what Ryan Garcia thought. So you got that popping off, right? Now, Devin Haney becomes undisputed in Gervonta Davis's division, same division. And Gervonta Davis didn't do nothing to try to get to him either. So you look at all these names that they should be chasing Devin Haney. Now, he shouldn't be doing the chasing now at this point. At all those points, he shouldn't have been doing the chasing. Loma should have been chasing him. Man, shut this little. Who you calling Lomachenko? I'm going to get some money, beat you up. Floyd Mayweather. Get up out of here. You ain't no damn Floyd Mayweather. Teofimo Lopez. Hey, man, what? He got the, y'all calling that the real belt? I'm going to beat this dude's butt. Get the hell out of here. Ryan Garcia. Man, wait a minute. I'm the mandatory. Hey, champion, you supposed to want to fight me. I'm your mandatory. That didn't happen either. Gervonta Davis. Hey, man, wait a minute. There's some other dude in my division? I'm the face of boxing. That's undisputed. Get the hell out of here. I want him. None of that happened. Why? Why? Because Devin Haney is what you call him. I don't know, feather-fisted, scared of something, a runner. Or what is it? Right? All of them. So I'll go up to 140 and beat the baddest dude up there, really. And Regis Prograis. Dominates Regis Prograis. People don't do that. People can beat Regis Prograis, but dominate Regis Prograis in a fight that I don't think he ran either. Did he? Did he run from Regis Prograis? He should have. Regis Prograis is dangerous, but he didn't. Right? So, does that. Now, Ryan Garcia comes and they fight. And Ryan Garcia was so scared to fight this guy that he comes in overweight, 3.5 pounds, and doped. That's a feather in Devin Haney's cap. Whatever you guys talk about, whatever. Ryan Garcia wouldn't have did all that to fight Luke Campbell. Okay? It just is what it is. He wouldn't have did that to fight Luke Campbell, or he wouldn't have did that to fight none of y'all. He did that because he knew Devin Haney's harder than Gervonta Davis, harder than Lomachenko, harder than whoever else I said. Who was the other? Teofimo Lopez. And because he's harder than all those, I'm going to dope a whole lot. And I'm going to act all funny. I'm obviously doped. Everybody knew I was doped before the fight because it was like either you doped or you need to go to the crazy house. So it's a combination of both at the end of the day. So he did that too. Now he comes back and fights another hard hitter at 147 Ramirez and says, hey, you know what? I'm going to stay out of here. I ain't trying to get hit tonight. I'm going to go and chill and go and beat this one a little bit easy. Does that, gets backlash. But at least he beats him. Wasn't close. Now, just one fight removed from being cheated by Ryan Garcia. He tries to fight. Ryan Garcia, do you want the rematch after losing to Romero? No, I don't want it. Okay. Teofimo Lopez, we're going to pay you the most ever, $10 million. Do you want to fight Teofimo Lopez? Still don't, after all these years. So you didn't want to become undisputed, and you still don't want to fight me? All right, Teo, then whatever with you. You know, mainstream media will give you a pass for it, but get out my face. So, now, who's the baddest dude at 147 the last 2 or 3 years after Terrence Crawford left? Boots Ennis. Nobody going towards Boots Ennis, right? So, Boots Ennis. But Boots Ennis wanted to fight at 152 pounds. I'm just coming up from 140. I ain't going up to 152. Cool, I'll get to you later when I move up again to 154. We'll holler later. So, the next one was Brian Norman. Now, what did I say at the top of this video? Regardless of what you guys talking about, that is Hall of Fame behavior. That is Hall of Fame, period. All this other stuff we watching, because don't let me get on the people that don't even fight people in their own division. That is ridiculous. How you receive it is because of what your other issues you have. You have a boxer right now, living and still young and feather-fisted, that is doing and acting like that in front of your face. If you ain't recognizing, you never will. And then at some point, who gives a damn? That's what's up. Devin Haney, Hall of Famer and a legend now. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.